The 12 elder Titans, the first-generation Titans born to Gaia, the personification of Earth, and Uranus, the embodiment of the sky. Before the Olympians ruled from Mount Olympus, the Titans reigned supreme. Let's explore who they were, what they represented, and how they shaped Greek mythology. Cronus. We begin with Cronus, the youngest yet most pivotal of the Titans. According to Hesiod's Theogony, Cronus was destined to overthrow his father, Uranus. Gaia, tormented by Uranus imprisoning their monstrous children, the Cyclopes and the Hecatoncheires, sought a champion to end her suffering. Cronus, cunning and ambitious, answered her call. Armed with a sickle of adamant, Cronus ambushed Uranus and castrated him, separating sky from earth and seizing the throne for himself. This act didn't just usher in a new age, it literally reshaped the cosmos. But power came with a price. Cronus learned of a prophecy that foretold his downfall at the hands of one of his own children. To thwart fate, he swallowed each child as soon as they were born. However, his wife Rhea deceived him when their youngest son, Zeus, was born. Instead of handing over the infant, she swaddled a stone and gave that to Cronus, who swallowed it without suspicion. Zeus was raised in secret. When he reached adulthood, he freed his siblings, Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon, and led them in a war against the Titans, a conflict known as the Titanomachy. After years of battle, Zeus and his allies triumphed, casting Cronus and most of the Titans into the depths of Tartarus, the darkest part of the underworld. Next is Rhea, Cronus' sister and consort. Rhea is often portrayed as the Earth Mother archetype, representing fertility, life, and, in a more subtle way, death, the end of one life cycle to allow the next to begin. Together with Cronus, Rhea gave birth to 6 children: Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, Poseidon, and Zeus. Watching 5 of her children devoured one after the other was a personal torment, leading her to conspire against Cronus. Following her parents' advice, Rhea journeyed to the island of Crete, where she hid Zeus in a cave. She then wrapped a stone in infant swaddling clothes and gave it to Cronus, saving Zeus from his father's cannibalistic paranoia. Rhea's act of defiance set in motion the events that would lead to the rise of the Olympians. Moving on, we have Phoebe, whose name means the Shining One or Prophetic One. Phoebe is somewhat obscure in surviving myths, but she holds a crucial place in the lineage of prophecy and divine knowledge. She married her brother Coeus and had 2 daughters, Asteria and Leto. Asteria, pursued by Zeus, transformed herself into a quail and leapt into the sea, becoming the island of Ortygia. She later gave birth to Hecate, the powerful goddess of magic and witchcraft. Leto, on the other hand, could not escape Zeus's advances. From their union came Artemis and Apollo, 2 of the most significant Olympian deities. According to some traditions, Phoebe also served as a custodian of the Oracle of Delphi, passing it on to her grandson Apollo after first inheriting it from Gaia and Themis. At number 4 is Coeus, another Titan shrouded in mystery. Though little is detailed about his actions, Coeus is associated with intellect, inquiry, and the celestial axis around which the heavens revolve. Some sources suggest that he and his brothers, Coeus, Iapetus, and Hyperion, helped restrain Uranus during his castration by holding him at the 4 corners of the cosmos. Coeus and Phoebe's children, Asteria and Leto, became key figures in the mythology of magic and the birth of the twin gods Apollo and Artemis. After the defeat of the Titans, Coeus, like most of his brothers, was imprisoned in Tartarus. Next is Mnemosyne, whose name literally means memory. She is the personification of memory and the mother of the 9 muses, who inspire all art, literature, and history. According to legend, Zeus spent 9 nights with Mnemosyne, and from this union came the muses, each presiding over a specific domain of the arts, from epic poetry to astronomy. In Greek religious practice, memory was sacred. At the Oracle of Trophonius, those seeking prophecy drank from 2 springs, Lethe, the water of forgetfulness, and Mnemosyne, the water of remembrance, symbolizing the importance of retaining wisdom after revelation. At number 6 is Iapetus, often called the father of mortality. Iapetus married Clymene, an Oceanid, and together they had several notable children. Atlas, who was condemned to hold up the sky, Prometheus, the forethinker and benefactor of humanity, Epimetheus, the afterthinker, known for accepting Pandora Menoetius, who was struck down by Zeus for his arrogance. Prometheus and Epimetheus sided with Zeus during the Titanomachy, which spared them from Tartarus. Iapetus, however, was not so lucky and was cast into the abyss after the Titans' defeat. Themis represents divine law, order, and justice. She was considered the embodiment of natural and cosmic order, presiding over the proper conduct of gods and humans alike. Themis became Zeus's second wife and bore him several daughters, including the Horae, seasons, the Moirae, fates, Irene, peace. Eunomia, good order. Dike, justice. Themis advised Zeus in matters of governance, and was sometimes depicted sitting beside him on his throne, a testament to her influence in maintaining cosmic balance. Coeus is perhaps the most enigmatic of the Titans. His main role in myth is genealogical. By his wife Eurybia, daughter of the primordial sea god Pontus, Coeus fathered Astraeus, god of the stars and father of the winds and planets, Pallas, who fathered Zeus, emulation, Nike, victory, Kratos, strength, and Bia, force, Perses. Father of Hecate, goddess of witchcraft, Coeus was also cast into Tartarus after the Titanomachy. Hyperion, whose name means the High One, or he who goes above, was a solar deity. With his sister Theia, Hyperion fathered Helios, the sun Selene, the moon Eos. The dawn Hyperion's role was likely that of the cosmic cycle's overseer, ensuring the rotation of night and day and the smooth passage of celestial bodies across the sky. His lineage directly ties the Titans to the control of time and light. After the war, Hyperion too was imprisoned in Tartarus. Theia, called Euryphaessa, or the far-shining one, is a titaness of vision and heavenly radiance. She is connected to the glow of precious metals and jewels, and by extension the divine illumination that comes from the heavens. Theia and Hyperion's children, Helios, Selene, and Eos, represent the three major lights of the sky. Though Theia does not play a central role in surviving myths, her importance as a progenitor of light and cosmic order is undeniable. Next is Oceanus, the oldest Titan and the personification of the great encircling river that the Greeks believed flowed around the world. He married his sister Tethys, and together they produced 3,000 river gods, each one representing a river or stream, 3,000 Oceanids, water nymphs who watched over springs, clouds, and rain. Oceanus is usually depicted as a mature, bearded god with a fishtail and horns, symbolizing his dominion over the life-giving waters. He remained neutral during the Titanomachy, avoiding the fate of Tartarus imprisonment. Finally, we have Tethys, the mother of rivers and freshwater goddess. She is sometimes seen as the source of all fresh water, from rivers to springs. While Oceanus governed the flow of the oceans, Tethys nourished the world with freshwater streams that fed both land and sea. During the war between the Titans and Olympians, Tethys and Oceanus protected the young Hera, raising her away from Cronus's reach. Later, Hera repaid this kindness by helping Oceanus and Tethys resolve a marital dispute, preserving their union. And there you have it, the 12 elder Titans, cosmic forces that shaped the universe before the age of the Olympians. You enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more Mythology Explained.